You are welcome to this aspect of trigonometry, which is cosine rule. This is in line with sine rule, that is a triangle given that is not a right angle triangle. Like I said in the previous video, it's either we apply sine rule or cosine rule depending on the nature of that particular triangle. As this one is now, what are the conditions that can make us to use cosine rule? Conditions. 1. Two sides and the angle between them. For instance, we are given side A and B. The angle between them is angle C. If you are given side A and C, the angle between them is angle B. If you are given sides B and C, the angle between them is A. 2. If you are given all the three sides, when all the three sides are given, you will be asked to find any of the three angles, depending on what the question says. Or at times the question can say, find the shortest length or the longest length. We should bear one thing in mind: the longest length is the length that is facing the largest angle, while the shortest length is the length that is facing the shortest angle. That's the principle behind that. So let's see how we can apply this to solve some questions. Let's look at this example. Given triangle ABC is such that BC 3 centimeters, AC 2 centimeters, and angle ACB 80 degrees. That means we are given angle C. Find length AB. So we assume that length AB is represented as x centimeters. Using cosine rule, we don't need to be writing the formula all the time as long as we have stated this. It means x squared is equal to 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 2 times 3 times 2 cos, that because of the unknown side, that is cos 80 degrees. And by the time we do this, what we need to find is just to simplify them. That is 9 plus 4 minus, when you multiply this, that will give you 12 cos 80 degrees. You know, in those days, we need to set out the tables number log, but now you can press your calculator and get this thing out. So if you do this one is going to give you 10.92 as our x squared. So to find x, we take the square root. That will be square root of 10.92, which will eventually give us 3.305 centimeters. So we need to change it into the nearest one decimal place. Therefore, AB is equal to 3.3 centimeters. That's how to apply cosine rule. There's still other way by which question may be given. Here's another question. Calculate the size of angle A in the diagram. When you look at the diagram, we are given all the three sides. How do we find angle A? This is the angle that we have to find. Like some people, they will say, you first make the angle the subject of the formula in the cosine formula. You don't need that. To avoid confusion, the most important thing is that follow the step one by one. There will be no problem with the calculation. Let's see how we go about it. Based on the formula, using cosine rule, so it means 4 squared will be equal to 5 squared plus 7 squared minus 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7 cos of A, because side A is what we started with. So this one is going to give us 16 equals to 25 plus 49 minus 70 cos A. In this case, you can put the like terms to one side. This will be 70 cos A is equal to 25 plus 49. That will be like 74 minus 16. So 70 cos A will be, let's try to subtract this. So that will give us 58. Then we can say cos A equals to 58 divided by 70. So angle can now be found. Then A is cos inverse of 58 divided by 70. That should give us 34.05 degrees. As you can see, given all the three sides, we have found angle A. It could be any angle, whether A, B, or C, as long as you follow the procedure from beginning. I didn't make the angle the subject, because in some cases we have, is there where they will write this for you? This is just to avoid putting too much formula into our memory. They say cos A is B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. It's very correct. But once you know the first formula, then you can apply it this way and eventually you will still arrive at the same answer. This is just to avoid putting too much of this formula into our memory. When the memory is filled up, there will be some things that will be omitted or they will be mixed up. That's why we don't want too much of this formula. So as you can see now, we are going to look at one example. Let us look at how we need to solve this technical question. It says find the value of y. We are not given the value of theta. So the first thing that we need to do is how to find the value of theta. Or we may decide not to find the exact value of theta. We first find cos of that angle. Because as it is now, there are two triangles. We have the one that goes with 4, 2, and 5, and we have the one that goes with 6, y, and 10. So in the smaller triangle, we can say that cos theta, making cos theta the subject, or let me take it this way. The way we started the last example as 2 squared equals to 4 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 2 times 4 times 5 cos theta using cosine rule. From there we have 4 equals 16 plus 25 minus 40 cos theta. So 40 cos theta will now be, let's add this together, that is 41 minus 4. So 40 cos theta, that will be 37. It means cos theta equals to 37 over 40. From there, we now look at the bigger triangle. Based on this bigger triangle, using cosine rule, y squared, the whole of this length now will be 6, the whole of this one will be 10. Y squared will be 6 squared plus 10 squared minus 2 times 6 times 10 cos theta. And remember, we have found cos theta here. That means we have 36 plus 100 minus 120 times our cos theta is 37 over 40. That's 37 over 40. From there, this one goes once, it goes here 3. So that will be 136 minus, let's multiply this. 3 by 37. What does it give? That's 111. So we subtract, that will be 25. That's 25. So y equals to root 25, which is 5 units. You can see the way we apply the formula to solve this triangle. So subscribe to our channel and like our video for more videos.